What is going on, GameStop holders? This your boy Random Arts coming with a quick GameStop video, guys. So again, this video is not about flooding GameStop, so don't even think about me flooding GameStop because I do believe in the community aspect of GameStop, and I believe that it could do great things. But I can identify some issues of what's happening right now with GameStop, but this video is to offer a solution to being able to help with the problem. So before I dive too deeply into this video, do me a huge favor by hitting that like button, consider subscribing. Definitely love to hear you guys' thoughts and opinion about today's video. So this came out on X. I mean, this is the first time I've seen it on X about GameStop with their offering. Now, this is not their first offering. I could see if this was just the first offering, boom, that they're doing, raising capital. It is what it is. The way that they got their over $4 billion was due to an offering, which is understandable. Now you have the offering, you have this huge amount of capital on hand. Now let's really get this stock or really get this company to start going in the right direction. Meaning the investors, people who are invested into GameStop, you got to take care of the shareholders. At the end of the day, you do have to take care of the shareholders because the reason why GameStop shares are doing so well is because of the shareholders. Anytime that you or the company, this leadership within GameStop start doing offerings, yes, I get offerings is to be able to raise capital, but you already have over $4 billion in capital. It's just the dilutive aspect of it. Anytime a stock becomes dilutive, I'm not talking about just one offering here, but it seems like every earnings there's always talks about, oh, we're gonna raise more capital, oh, we're gonna dilute. It's the shareholders that suffer. And right now we're seeing GameStop having a nice tumble. Currently, right now it's at $24.11, down 15% now, down 15% on the day, while the overall market is having a nice rebound. And that's the crazy thing about it. The market is doing pretty well, especially in within intraday. But GameStop is going down due to the fact of the announcement of the offering. The thing is, the community could only stay around for so long. And the big part of the reason why GameStop is really on the map is due to the fact that Keith Gill talked about it. But one thing that you guys have to understand about Keith Gill, he is an investor. So he's looking for, he's like he mentioned in his bio, he said a method for hunting stocks and pouncing on investment opportunity. So GameStop may not be the stock that he could see. Again, I'm just putting words in his mouth. He have not confirmed this, and if he definitely want to make a video to comment on his position on GameStop, that definitely would be needed. Especially to really show leadership within GameStop. The way that GameStop came to be, it wasn't by them per se. It was by the community with the offerings that they did. The community, GameStop community, they're the one who soaked it up. They the one who absorbed the dips during the offering, buying up the shares and constantly buying to being able to prop up GameStop. And for them to constantly keep doing that, it is not a good look and it's not sustainable over time because more and more investors are going to leave and go to a more less dilutive stock. And if Keith Gill comes around, because again, I've seen his reaction to the offering that was done back in I want to say June of 2024. His reaction or his post to it, he felt like he was being betrayed because the stock was going up, people were getting excited that he was back, then boom, an offering come. And I think this is the reason why he invested into Chewy the way that he did. You know, of course, he ended up selling all his position out of Chewy and moved on. But I think if Keith Gill actually makes a comeback, it's going to be without GameStop. That's the thing that I don't think most investors are ready to hear or even picture him coming back like fully and not talk about GameStop, because again, GameStop is not making it favorable as far as for investors to being able to make money. And if that's the case, guys, I mean, you got to think as an investor. As an investor, I don't want to be a part of an asset that is gonna constantly go against me. At some point, you do have to cut your losses, and I think this is what Keith Gill may end up doing. Now, not saying that the one, that $1 billion offering is the end of GameStop, but if the pattern continues, then you're going to start to see some exit. Because one thing about stocks, in order for it to have like massive rallies, massive pumps, massive, it going up, the float has to be, or typically has to be, manageable, because if this float constantly keep going up, that's harder and harder for that stock to have that nice run up. And again, keep doing offerings after offering is not going to help, you know, because now the market in itself has to absorb this offering that was done in order for GameStop to do have that next leg up. Now, granted, if volumes start to come in and we start to see a nice pump, huge volume spike into GameStop, it would absorb it a lot faster. But at the same time, we would want the float of the stock to be low as possible, you know. So again, that is currently the overall problem that I'm seeing right now in GameStop. Now, if you are a GameStop holder, what is the solution to all this? The solution that I've been saying for the longest is cryptocurrency. Now, I'm not talking about buying GameStop crypto. I'm talking about buying Roaring Kitty crypto. This one is on Ethereum, contract ending in 790F. So anytime that GameStop has a pump, like when you seen this little pump right here that it had, this was all due to GameStop having a nice movement. This is when GameStop was somewhere around like 33 cents because of the momentum of GameStop. I say 33 cents, but $33. Because of the momentum of GameStop, a lot of people were invested into it because thinking that GameStop was going to go to $100. And this is why this token, Roaring Kitty, it's inspired by Keith Gill. That's what this token is about. It's inspired by Keith Gill. And not only that, around this time, this is when Keith Gill was also active as well. So anytime Keith Gill typically makes a post, this token starts to have a pump as well too. So the hedge against GameStop is crypto, because I view this almost like an option play in the stock market. But the best thing about this, your option never expires. The value of your option may expire, but this does not expire. So if Keith Gill makes a return and he starts talking about other stocks other than GameStop, this will not get affected because this is going to move based upon Keith Gill, and it also still has the GameStop element as well too. So to me, this is like the ultimate, the safer option as far as like playing an option in the stock market, but you're actually playing it in the crypto market where you could still retain value. Now, this right here, it is a long-term play. So if you're looking at it for, like next week, next month type of ordeal, that's not the play. You know, this right here would, in my opinion, be able to give life changing gains over a course of 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 months. Or the sooner that Keith Gill actually comes back and start going live, making daily posts or going having live stream, it's gonna make this go a lot faster. And that's the surprise element that could happen at any given time. So I gave you guys the problem. I told you guys about the problem. Now this right here is the solution. I'll leave the contract link in the description. And again, this is on Ethereum. So if you're buying something else on Solana, I know there's another one on Ethereum. If you're not getting the one with the contract ending in 790F, then you are getting the wrong Roaring Kitty, because this was the one with the active community. Um, and the last thing too that I just want to say, currently right now with this Roaring Kitty, they currently are doing a petition to get listed on crypto.com. So all you'd have to do, just click on the link that I'll leave in the comment below. Click on it, sign the petition, so that way we get listed on crypto.com. More and more people that signs it, the more crypto.com is going to be able to see it. Then boom, eventually get listed on there. And yeah, make it a lot easier for people to being able to buy it. But really, guys, that is all that I have for you today. Leave a like, leave a comment. Random Arts got signing off. Peace.